Tucked deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains, the small town of Keddie, California was the kind of place where people never locked their doors. A quiet community, surrounded by pine trees and peace. But on one spring morning in 1981, that peace was shattered forever. Inside this modest cabin, something unspeakable happened. 3 people were found brutally murdered and a 12-year-old girl had vanished without a trace. The crime scene was unlike anything investigators had ever seen. The brutality, the silence, and the strange clues left behind told a story that made no sense. Was it a random act of violence? A personal vendetta? Or part of something much darker? Something the town of Keddie was never meant to uncover? More than 4 decades later, the Keddie murders remain one of America's most chilling unsolved mysteries. And the deeper you look, the more disturbing it becomes. The Keddie Cabin Murders, Secrets in Cabin 28. Are you interested in true crime documentaries? Subscribe for more thrilling stories. In the heart of Northern California's mountains, surrounded by pine and silence, lies the small town of Keddie. In 1981, it was the kind of place where everyone knew each other, where doors were left unlocked and danger felt far away. But that peace wouldn't last for long. Living in Cabin 28 was the Sharp family. Sue Sharp, a single mother of 5, had moved here seeking a fresh start, a quiet life for her children. John, Sheila, Tina, Rick, and Greg. Neighbors describe her as kind, hardworking, and devoted. Saturday, April 11th, 1981. The night began like any other. Laughter, television, and the comfort of home. They had no idea what was coming. Sheila spent the night at a friend's cabin nearby. Inside Cabin 28, her mother and siblings settled in for bed, unaware that someone was watching from the dark. The next morning, Sheila returned home. But as she opened the door, she froze. What she saw inside would haunt her forever. Her mother, her brother John, and a family friend brutally murdered. The younger boys were alive, sleeping unharmed in the next room. But Tina, the 12-year-old, was gone. Police rushed to the scene, but what they found was beyond comprehension. The cabin was a mess. Furniture overturned, blood on the walls, and multiple weapons used: a knife, a hammer, even a tape binding the victims. There was no sign of forced entry. Whoever did this was let in. Detectives questioned everyone in town. They followed every lead, every rumor, but the clues led nowhere. Evidence was lost, mishandled, or simply ignored. Weeks turned into months, and Tina Sharp was still missing. 3 years later, in 1984, a hiker stumbled upon skeletal remains in the woods miles away from Keddie. Dental records confirmed the worst. It was Tina. The case grew colder and darker. Over time, 2 names stood out: Martin Smarter neighbor and his friend, Bo Bubaid. Both men were questioned, but no arrests were ever made. Some say the sheriff's office covered it up. Others believe the truth was buried along with the evidence. Either way, justice never came. Cabin 28 was eventually torn down. But the mystery of the Keddie murders still lingers in the cold mountain air. Over 4 decades later, the question remains: who killed Sharp family and why? Some cases are solved, some fade with time, and some never stop haunting us. Join us next time as we uncover another chilling story, one that might just keep you up at night. The disappearance of Hannah Cole. Are you interested in true crime documentaries? Subscribe for more thrilling stories.